Come on, why is he giving me stuff what to do? Oh well, I'm live. I ain't worried about what's on my side of the screen. Bring up the channel. Turn it off. Volume. There we go. So I'm live. I did a little trip yesterday. Left here about 3:30 in the morning. Drove up to Bossier to a coin show. Bailed out somebody while I was up there. I'm not gonna say anything else. Let's just say it was a fun drive in a way by myself. Well, I listened to stories on YouTube. um, Pretty darn cool watching the sun come up from the east. That happened right around north of Ellick, and starting to see the gray dawn. It was pretty cool to see. Even had some deer cross the road, the interstate system, which was kind of fun for watching other drivers trying to react to them. So I'm putting 10 rows of bank wrap. All these are bank wrap. I think these are done by Loomis. That's where we get ours from at Neighbors. So I'm trying to adjust. I wish I could get back to a horizontal. I like it better than this vertical. So let's get started. Any type of variety, silvers, war nickels. Not war nickels. What I'm talking about. No. I just did a video load up live. Wheat cinnamon, the mat. I just uploaded a video from the coin show what I got. Cool toner 1936D. I'm not gonna sell it because I like toned coins. And it's in a flip. I'm leaving it in the flip. It had an index grader there. Pretty cool what he was doing. Apparently he came at the last minute and didn't tell them, because I would have brought my coins to do a bulk submission through him up there. There we go. Yeah, I got close going on in the background. No die chip there. No doubling there. It is a Denver. 10 rolls. Dirty. Yeah. I wouldn't keep that one, but even if unless I found something, some die chip or something, I wouldn't have kept that one anyway. It had to be massive die chips for me to keep on something that dirty. I'm always checking the numbers. I always check the reverse. Where you find most of your die chips at? It'll be on the reverse side of the coins. That's of course. We have a bunch of die chips on it. I want to get this done because tonight, if I get it done tonight, I'll probably go back tomorrow, but I won't have another hunt until Tuesday. Because I need to go buy 110-pound paper to make little inserts to put in my flips once on all the quarters. So it's going to take me a while. Got set up to where I can do 20 coins at a time. I got a portable paper cutter. That's just junk coming off. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. Michelle, Jaws. How y'all doing? Here in Louisiana, it's 90. Let's see, where is it at? Temperature's going down. Earlier, it was like 98 degrees. Humidity made it feel like 108 or something like that. I had an alert come across my phone earlier. So I took the weekend off from doing my weekend job so I can recover. Let me tell you, took me a good afternoon nap. I slept about 9ish. When I got breakfast, came back, and I crashed. Yeah, for any type of mint errors, thing like that. See, I'm always checking the ships out because I want to find doubling, or not doubling, but die chips up in this web. The webbing of the ships. No, it's the 70D supposed to weigh. Thank you for the likes. Now let's see if we hope and find something in this row. And I keep checking this one. Is this the Philly? I keep checking the skull to look for die chips, like up in here. I've heard one person that found some die chips on the skull. That's a couple years ago. I've been looking for that. Oh, it's Denver. Here we go. Last hunt, I found a die chip underneath his arm. Well-known die chip variety you can look for. Now, the state quarter, there's doubling in the motto "In God We Trust." I found one of those one time and one time only. When I went to Bossier, I brought a Where's George dollar bill. I forgot to write down the number. I want to see where it goes or who plugs it in. They had dealers from us 4 West is Plano, Texas at that show. Saw a bunch of cool stuff. So now I'm putting money away in a Ziploc bag for the next show I go to. I think there's one up in New Orleans, which is not that far of a drive. I gotta look that one up. Crescent City Coin Club, I think they have 2 shows a year. So I may go down to that one. My goal originally for this coin show was to get some mint sets and 2 proof sets. And it was 1 proof set. Not the one I really was looking for, but I found one being auctioned off on eBay. So right now I got one being auctioned on auction. I'm leading. I forgot to put the hearts, click the heart symbol. Leaky bucket, no. I don't see no doubling. I found 2 double dies of this one. They're somewhere in another book. Over there. There's another one. And the junk just comes off. I think it's in. No die chips there. Nope. There's another one. Well, I didn't get home till almost 9 o'clock last night. I stopped at a rest stop for a little bit. I had bought some fruit, like the watermelon, pineapple, some grapes, and apple slices. North Mariana Islands, 2009. These are low managed coins, so I tend to keep these. And I got a tube for those because I can't find my chocolate culture. Okay, that's my. I got one tube of Mayflower Compact Philly. Yeah, next, definitely need to clean up in here. I want to get another quarter tube out. I want to just put hard to find quarters. Because some reason the 2009s are hard. I mean, they're all low minutes. All the coins are. Let's see. Hard to find. So I kind of tend to want to keep those, especially if they're in nice shape. Plus, I need to check my books to make sure they are not. See if they're upgrades. Vermont. Enemy Wong. Okay, hard to find quarters. So I took one out of that one. Yeah, okay, we got my Angela in there. On that one, there's 4 double dies we can look for. On the Vermont one. So who's all left in here? So this one, we're going to look for doubling in the earring, and I don't see nothing there. There's also a die crack that runs to the bird's beak. That's one I'm still looking for. Helen Keller. If you ever read or... Oh, we got a bicentennial quarter. Let's see. No doubling. Okay. I want to keep it anyway. Still a restrike doing that on the Mama Bat. I'm not dealing with that one. I heard about that even before I got back to coin collecting. So there's congrats going out to Couch Collectibles. 1 million plus subscribers. And my buddy Tim over in Georgia still needs prayers. He did his last show. He's waiting until things happen that need to happen or they need to. before he comes back, I want here's some of his personal collection. He was raising money to bury his wife. That's something I want to say. His wife is terminal. We got a little die chip right there in the cell. That's the first die chip I found on the boat. We finally got a little die chip. Let's check the water. I want to say this. Designer of this coin. Oh, doubling on the D down there. It can't be. It's not an RPM because they don't punch in the mint marks no more. No, it's a hit. Let's take a look at the die chip. Yeah, I finally found my first die chip on the Mayflower Compact. I'm at it. No doubling on the quarter. Okay, I found my first die chip. Okay. Don't want to use the same thing you got the other ones in. Ooh, my drink's already fall over. That's got flips in it too. God dog it. I got proof seeing flips. I do not know why. Oh, these are for me to sell. That's why. Probably. Okay, got a place to put these flips at. Okay, BS. Not quite doubling in the motto. I found that one. This FS, well, it's not FS, but it's DO003, the one I found. About a year and a half ago. It's funny how hunting coins, rolls, you don't find anything for a while, then boom. You find a bunch, then boom, it stops. So we got all Denver, where the last one was almost all Phillies. Except for this one. I'm going to be hit in the head. You know, I have to get these rolls done. I gotta go get supper. I said I was exhausted this morning, even after I woke up, I was exhausted. Man, what's that? I don't know what that's the dust post-mint damage. I look for die chips in the letters. Have yet to find anything on that. So what's about a 3? Oh, this is the contact mark. Ah, it's just the contact mark. On her. Welcome in, y'all. Welcome in. What am I doing? I'm looking for die chips, airs, doubling on quarters. That's what I'm doing. Let's see. Salt River Bay. I think, let's say Denver, right? Yeah, I'm not going to find anything on the reverse. If I do, it's going to be extremely rare. Now, I just learned recently there's doubling that occurs up here on the hilt of the sword. Did not know that. And it is on the Philadelphia version, not the Denver. So, yeah, I don't know everything, but I'm still learning. Another Mayflower Compact coming up. I have not found any Denvers on Mayflower Compact yet. I got a George Washington in the second quarter yesterday and change. Another town where my mom was from. You know what? I got a buddy of mine doesn't have. I'm gonna give him one of those. Let's find a better one than that one. Little tiny die chip right there. It's not really worth keeping on those. You can't. I like collecting coins and die chips. That's what I like to do. Besides trying to find the West Point, anything like that. But for me, it's got junk on it, which I'm not going to try to take off. But yeah, that's the beginning of the die chip that comes off up the back side of George's head on that hat. Okay, that one's totally ruined. Ruined. How you want to pronounce it? Now, this is another. There's supposed to be die chips along the sword, but I have found some along the tower for the last couple of years. But been a while. Maybe some doubling right up in here. Oh. It is a Philly. Okay, nothing there. Another Mayflower, I think, coming up. Yep, still in for the die chip there. I'm going to probably buy that from Littleton Coin Company. They still have them. There is a double die that occurs, because I have it, from right up in this area. I think I'll keep that one from my buddy at work. I'll bring it to him tomorrow morning. I set him up with a book, with some coins and stuff. And 1D. Looking for the 70D either way. I don't know how far I'm going to get tonight. Probably going to do them all. That's dirt. Nothing there. About 4 years ago, maybe, I don't remember when it was, I almost drove to Arkansas to go rescue somebody. She went to school with us here in Baton Rouge, and her dad got transferred up to Arkansas. And it was not fun with her ex-husband. I almost drove up there to go rescue her, get her away from the bad situation. She hasn't contacted me since that day. Okay. The roll hunt, you never know what you're going to find in these rolls. Hi, IT. How's my favorite person in North Carolina doing? Well, you can't be my favorite. I got my nephew and his wife and my great niece. So you're second in line of favorites. I'm not working tonight at Domino's because I took off to go to the coin show yesterday. I did a video on there. Some other looking coins. And I don't think they're silver. They're just batty, dirty. 83. 71. Okay, 2025. Wait a minute. I saw something. Sworn I saw a die clash. Maybe my glove, maybe something just on the coin, my glove knocked it off. Maybe it's just a piece of trash and my glove knocked it off. Another Mayflower compact. I tell you, too bad you don't live here in Louisiana. You could have ridden with me up to Bossier to a coin show. And then I went to where my mom's from, north of Shreveport. Went to the cemetery and cleaned up the markers from my grandparents and my uncle. UK 2012. Just so you know, that's a poisonous frog. You do not touch, you do not eat. Can't put that on the back. That was a nice looking coin though. It's funny how I'm in a group on Discord. I go live, nobody from there hardly ever comes in, except for IT. This one went for darting on the back of the hair. So I saw it in the middle, but I don't see that. I think this is the Denver. Yep, I was right. It was Denver. IT, why you calling me? IT just called me and I'm live. She knows better than that. I just messaged her. Why you call? Ooh. No, they got into a fight and lost. I got to do my channel Gibby soon. Denver. Not the DDO, it's on the Philly. I was talking to you. I said, hey, back to you. Blah, blah, blah. I was trying to tell you, he's calling. You should have been with me. Left there at 3:30 this morning, drove yesterday morning, drove up to Bossier City. Yeah, drove north to that to go to visit the burial site for my grandparents and my uncle. My uncle died when I was about 4. Uh, Grandparents were cremated and we buried them on top of him. Too far for a weekend. And I drive, I do not fly. My health stays better next year. I plan on taking the week off to go someplace. I may drive to North Carolina to go visit my cousin, my aunt, my nephew, his wife, and their little girl. So maybe I could swing by. We'll have to wait and see, though. I drove. Well, I was at the coin show for about 3 hours. So I drove 5 hours to spend 3 hours at a coin show. Drove an hour. Actually, it's a round trip between Vivian and Shreveport. Total driving time was right at 1 hour. Then I drove back through Shreveport and Bossier to get back to Baton Rouge. So 5, 10, I did 11 hours worth of driving yesterday. If I could stay well, I have issues in the springtime with a lot of hay fever, sickness, headaches from storms. Every spring I get hit like that. And this year I actually went through all my PTO. So now I have to pay. I actually went over my PTO and had to pay back the company. And if I miss any work, I don't get paid. So maybe next year, if I can stay well through the springtime, I may make a trip to North Carolina. I was looking at probably stop in Atlanta. Maybe I can get my son to take off. He can ride with me up there. Oh, another Mayflower. Still can't find the dice ship down there. See, this is Philly or Denver? Still Philly. No, because I was sleeping, recovering from that long drive. So I didn't look at any text messages yet. Only thing I looked at, because my grandparents are buried in the city cemetery. They don't really take good care of that cemetery that well. So while I was up there, I brought my weed eater and I cleaned up the burial site. There was some grass growing across my grandmother's headstone, so I got rid of that. Kind of edge around all the headstones, the flower pot. That's shiny quarters. So I'm gonna have nothing but new. Okay, I have to get done with this because I still gotta go get supper. Why what? Why did I clean it? I want it to look nice for my grandparents. That city does not take care of that cemetery at all. I saw one headstone where it's sinking into the ground and half of it sticking up high in the air. Now I have the skills to reset a headstone for somebody. Now, like my mom's grandmother, her aunts, they're buried in the old part of the cemetery. This is the new part cemetery. But the cool thing was they're buried in the shade. Big live oak right there, and they're buried underneath that oak tree. What's crazy, that's the only quarter I know they got dumping both Philly and Denver. You can look up. So April 1st, Copper's Coins is releasing his Copper Coins 3.0. And it cross-references everything from Wexler's, Brighty Vista, Kaneka. So that's going to be pretty cool. Or Denver coins. It was... You missed something about my trip earlier at IT. By the way, those cards you see in the background, a sister passed away. She made those for me. When I get my bookshelf built, I'm repainting this room purple and gold, LSU colors. Please be Philly, and please be a double die. Ah, it's a Denver. West Point, West Point, West Point. Nope, it's a Philly. That's a finger. Oh, look at the dye chip in her hair. Found something. That's a dye chip in her hair. Get back over in the center. Look at a nice little long dye chip. That's the first time I've heard about it. It's the first one I found. IT, text me y'all's tribe's webpage. I forgot what the colors look like. I found my headband loom. I want to sketch up a design and then I'll take a photo and send that to you. I may do that. I may do a video on that here on YouTube. But y'all's design, I have to work from the center out. What I want, I think it's gonna look cool. And find stuff wrong, like double dies and die chips on coins, they come and go. Denver. So the Mint is looking at doing a nickel with a zinc core with the nickel plating on top of it, similar to the Lincoln Cent. Yay! Pull the copper out. What I do is do copper center, zinc plated, then the nickel plating on the coin before they strike it. That's my opinion. So I'm going to go to Subway. I need to join the Subway clubs. That way I get points. Get me free sandwiches every so often. My favorite sandwich is the meatball. I ate on my trip, ate 2 full cans of Pringles, plain and barbecue. I finished off the fruit I had in a Ziploc bag today basically for my lunch. So I ate all of that to keep myself awake while driving. Oh, I did know something. The little small town hospital, they completely rebuilt that hospital. It looks like it's cool. Should have took pictures of it to show my mom. I didn't have to drive. Let's see, where did I stop at? Stop at a Chevron gas station to get gas. Get some gas. Plus, I go to the bathroom really, really bad. Nobody in town, in that little town. Nope, not for the public. I want 70 to weigh. This is the second worst design they did is Eleanor Roosevelt. They didn't make it look nice. You rich. You rich. No, I might get him. I might get them to order me a box. So when I roll hunt, I get when I get coins from the bank, I gotta use the machine, and it's 3% off. They charge me 3% usage. So it's gonna. If I go with $500, if I don't put anything out, bring back all 500, it's gonna cost me $15. Oh yeah, one of the discs pretty impressed with my little portable scope I had. And I did get today. I've been on the road 2009 LP2s. So we're gonna be looking for the extra thumb. I get that roll in. Nothing. I'm not finding anything. As long as that one back on the floor. Jersey. Somebody said there's doubling in the hair on the back. So I'm going to look that one up. Now there's a nice yellow stone. That's another hard one for me to get. A little sleepy again. Debating if I want to keep this one or not. I need to check against the book. So we're going to put that in the hard to find tube. Hello, Vincent. How's it going? Capriona. That must be that last name must be Italian. Am I right? We got contact marks on the boat. And I tell you how I can recognize Italian names. My grandmother's last name was Veroni. Her dad came over in the early 1900s to Ellis Island. After he got married, worked for a year, sent for his wife, and once he got to New York, moved to Rockford, Illinois. That's where she was born and raised, Rockford, Illinois. He passed away when I think, right not too long after I was born. I still gotta get through all. I need to open up those tubes, those rolls, and get you your 2025 set quarter IT. I still gotta do that. If I get this done tonight, I'm gonna finish going through the rest of your quarters, then probably do a video on your quarters. So Vincent, do you collect coins also? I am trying to get my son to take off on a Saturday. Huh. So do you look for anything specific, or you just collect them by the date and that's it? You keep going. Or do you look for mint errors? And Denver. Nope, Philly. Okay. On Jefferson Nichols, do you know about the beehives? Oh, we got the extra claw, but it's coin so chewed up, I'm not going to keep that one. There's an extra claw right there. Okay. Give me a second. That's box 16. Where's the other one? Let me see. There's one I found. I call it this. There's. You can see where it's starting to form up, but that's not the one I wanted to show you. Give me a second. It's a small one. Maybe put that one up. Little small one there. I got one that's massive I found. There's a die crack here. There you got one right there in the little breezeway. Little die chip in there. O. There's your nice one. And there's a die crack. No, look, this is 99 with the beehive. I very fine any on the pre-2006. There's a 99 with the beehive on it. What was this one for? Oh, die chips and letters. Then my coin. I knocked my coins over. Spike. This one I think has got doubling up in here. I still haven't looked this one up yet. That's why I got this one out. I may put it up. I may already put it up. Here's another nice one. So I'll find a bunch of them in our roll hunt. I got tubes full of beehives. And then with the mint changing composition, once they get that approved by Congress, it's going to make beehives a little bit more valuable because of the copper core. I saw a video, somebody thought that was a mint error. It's not. That's actually beadwork on her sleeve. I had to tell this person, you don't, what do you, I had to correct that person. I said I did a video on this core, on those nickels. Oh man, that's nasty. Ew. Denver. Who cares? I'm always checking the eagles. I found die cracks going from the wing to the rim. Got one going from back of an eagle all the way across the wing to the rim. No doubling. Denver. Still, you have to find the burning building. I was hoping while I was in Shreveport and Bossier and Vivian, I'd get some Denver ones. Didn't get any Mayflower compacts up there at all. Dog, man, that's cool. No, I've actually gone to my bank because I have to use the machines. I've pulled 2 Mercuries and about 3 Rosies out of the machines. People just walk off and they don't know. And I work for Domino's on weekends, delivery. And our former manager, we need to weigh this one. Our former manager works at a different Domino's. And somebody actually paid for a pizza with the Mercury diamond. I got it. Nope. But regular. Always weighed the 1970s because some were struggling dime stock planchets. They'll cut out quarter size. They just don't weigh as much because they're thin. It could be doubling on there, but it looks like it may be machine doubling. Why don't you soak this in acetone? I don't know. That may be machine doubling on there. Slight doubling on the arbors, but not good enough. Yeah, I think I'm going to put that in some acetone overnight and see what it does. Nothing there. Denver. The nice they've been at West Point. So I went to my book on my finds for this year. I'm up to 3 West Point quarters and 2 NIFC quarters in the national parks. I tell you, if it's not too late when I can get done with this, I may call you tonight. Vincent, I'm trying to get together a channel Gibby, which she sent me a bunch of stuff. Some will be a Hyper uncirculated 57D, I think it was, nickels. From the Lincoln Sense, a row of LP4s. She sent me a row of 92s. I'm gonna try to use the LP4s as channel gibbies for that on live hunts, and I get more than I need at least 5 people. I do sell on Whatnot. I've decided to do a show once a year. It'll be a fundraiser per se. Half the money I make will go to a charity, and last year I split between 2. That is a die chip. A straight line. No, never mind. It's moved metal. I can see where I got struck and moved. Never mind. Never mind. So last year I did a show on Labor Day, and half the money went to ovarian cancer, and the other half went to muscular dystrophy. The muscular dystrophy if that affects me, I lost my aunt to ALS. So I'm doing fun. I'm selling coins and Whatnot, and the money this year will be going to Muscular Dystrophy Association. So half of what I make will be going there. I got to cover my cost. So I'm gonna have some more nickels. This will be one I'm going to fill out. A war nickel holder. I got the 2009 LP 1, 2, 3, 4 proofs. These are actually copper. So that's going to be a main gibby along with the war nickels. But I got to get the nickels to fill that out. I thought I picked up some nice ones at a coin show, but they're kind of worn. So I'm going to get a little bit nicer than that. Those I should buck and go those. It says my channel. It's the same name here as it is on Whatnot. I don't know if you ever bought coins there. So it's gonna be a fun show. We'll have a bunch of proof coins, pennies actually, and flips ready to go for that also. I may use some of those wherever. So I'm thinking it's gonna be the weekend after Labor Day, because I gotta get everything packaged up and to the post office on Monday and Tuesday after this. On Tuesday after the sale. So it's gonna be the weekend after or the weekend after that. It's gonna be in September. It's gonna be in probably around 11 o'clock CST time. Got some go foils from IT sent me. Supposed to the week of my birthday, but I got tied up with some stuff. Oh, you talking about the one I did earlier today? The stuff I picked up at the coin show? Did you leave a comment? I was going to go back and talk to some of the dealers, but I asked them, the ones I want to talk to, they really did not want to do it because that was a lot of people. They had about 400 people in there. Okay. I'll check. If you did, I'll leave a comment. I'm trying to get 3,000 viewing hours. I got videos going back to 3 years. I got shorts. I did a video when I first start making videos. There's some brothers and Whatnot did not know the difference between a Type 1, Type 2 Ike bicentennial $50. So I did that for them. And they only got about 400 something views. There's just a contact mark there. But they had a guy from Annex at the coin show. I wish I known he was going to be there. 'Cause I have the 1936. I showed him the pictures. I did a short on that. If you look at the 1936 short that I did, he believes it is FS 101. But he told me when they examine coins at Annex, they use 35 power loop. They don't use a 10, they use a 35. I won't go back next year. I'm definitely going back next year. Hopefully next year my aunt won't have a wedding to go to and I can stay with them. That's why I drove there and back. I could have gotten a hotel, but I didn't want to. I found one in Shreveport, but they want it was a presidential suite. It's $250 a night. No. Okay, on Denver, I can pull a roll and show you the Estes Die Chip Center. The Philadelphia, you can find die chips and the feathers. Do people get this wrong? If you ever watch the videos of her dancing, these are actually feathers. They did not do a good job detailing that coin out. Well, normally I do lives on weekends when I get home from working Domino's or when I get home from my main job. I took this whole weekend off. I'm glad I did. I would not be in a good situation to drive delivering pizzas tonight. Not for me. I originally did this when YouTube first came out, and I was married at the time. The next wife said no. And I kind of wish I would have. White Mountain. It's a fine thing on this one. No doubling on this coin. No, that's a Denver, that's why. I got a couple of the leaky buckets. Looking for doubling at the bottom of the leaves. I don't see that. Denver. See, I wish I could afford to retire so I can travel. I get about 4 good years left of full time. Well, I have a main job, and I'm gonna probably drop down to part time. Once I get on Medicare, Medicaid, whatever they call it, that's a few years away. So I'll probably, once I get on that, I'll start scaling back on my work hours. Oh, look at a nice little bird chip on die chip on the birdie. And that I think is a marker for a double die. Somebody on whatnot, a banker's bag of pennies. I've already done half the bag plus one roll. So I'm gonna probably pick up some more quarters tomorrow. But I might start off with doing 3 rows of pennies. Oh yeah, a box of pennies at that coin show where there's a 2025s we're selling for $60 a box. So we got 6 rows done. We've done the last 4. Wait, this is wait a minute. This is dude. That's okay. I gotta look up something. I think I know who this Vincent dude is. IT. I'm ready to find out too. I know exactly how to find out. No, different Vincent. Okay, you're not who I thought you were. There's another guy. His name is Vincent, known as Dirty Waters. He's got a different last name. He's got some quarters. He's got credit with a double die on either Kanaka Ole. Now, I got credit with the double die on the Lincoln cent, Vincent. If you go to Wexler's website, go to the Shield cent 2024. It's 002. I've had the book in here that the coins in. I can show you the doubling. Actually, I think I got one sitting right here. Oh, this is silver. There you go. It's hard to tell in the flip. Turn some of the lights down. The splitting, you can see the splits on the bottom, the insides, the 4s. God, we entrusted all doubles. The flip is blending out the doubling, and the word liberty is all double. And this is an earlier stage of it because there's a die gouge on one that I found that occurs right there. So this is an early stage of a double die. Yep, 002 on Wexler's webpage, 2024. What the? Oh, it's a contact mark. So actually, I do have to go. When I get done with this, I gotta go get supper and get gas in the truck. See how you have to find any double dies on here? I keep finding die chips on this quarter. I haven't found any doubling in the windows. I thought one was double. It turned out it was just junk from somebody's pocket. I do find a die chip back here on the back of the wall, up here on the front of the building. I got one someplace on top of that. So I think I'm going to spend some time later tonight and prepare a submission to Annex. Some of the coins I'm sending, I don't care about the gray. I just want them to be preserved, encapsulated. Because they're like, I see the Liberty Quarter is probably a AG3. It can be a details grade. I want to preserve that. My double die. What's my other ones? There you go, desperately organized. I had everything organized. Come back and I messed it all up. Here is a 1917 FS 101. But I want to show you the reverse. See how worn down this is? It's going to be an AG3. But you can see the doubling in the 9 and then the 7, which matches Variety Vista. So I found that one in bulk bag. Where's my 36 at? Found the 36 FS 101 also. I just don't see it. I just don't see it up here. Maybe I put it in my book. I'll probably put it in my book, which I need to do with this one so I don't lose it. But I showed the guys the pictures that I took. I did a short from the photos just today. Oh God, this book's getting heavy with coins. Oh yeah, I found it. Here's the 36. And he said, looking at the pictures, it's 99% FS 101. So you see how the doubling in God We Trust is all doubled on this one? But the FS 102, you do not see the split right there. And he saw the split in the photos. So like I said, these are going to go in to get done. I actually put that as an F2. Might get another binder. More the way I find stuff, I want to probably get another binder for these quarters and stuff. Let me get back to this. So we're fourth to last row. There's another reason I want to go up there. I play a game called Atlas Earth. And I've been setting Atlas bucks up to go up there to go visit my aunt. Whoa, look at this. Not only do we have a die chip on her nose, we have a die crack associated with that die chip. I found my first error coin on her. That is wicked. A die chip with cracks on her nose and her cheek. That's my first one to find on her. Yes, I do an unboxing of the quarters that I got. I still have yet to pull my quarters out of those the last year of the women's quarters. The IT needs a full set. No die chip there. Here's another Philly. I'm looking for the die chip up in here. Oh, the mouse is being stupid. There we go. Wait, no, I did not start a GoFundMe to come see you. I just out of PTO time. Take a week off. The reason why I want to drive is I need more badges to hit 25% boost. Right now, I'm at the next jump to for the next tier, which I need 10,000 Atlas bucks for. But right now, when I say boosted, I'm making 97 cents a day. I'm close to $1 a day. This is what's crazy about quarters. Sometimes you find stuff. Sometimes you don't find stuff. No high leaf, low leaf. One of the dealers from Shreveport said he's found a few in Shreveport in circulation. You know you can always come down to Louisiana. Oh, that's right. You don't like a lot of food that I eat. Do you like catfish? Maine. Let's see, was this Denver or Philly? Denver. But you never know. And I see what may be doubling up in that window. That window at the top, those two look like they're doubled. Nope, it's not. God dog it. That'd have been a discovery coin if it was. You're gonna be shocked one day. I'm gonna show up at your front door. Beginning of a tiny, tiny die chip right there, but I'm not gonna keep this one. No doubling of the feathers. People are here. Just two of us. Vincent left. Just two of us, but that's okay. At least he dropped in. See, I wanted to do this today. Dirty Water Dams and DMC's channel. And none of them come over to every night the Dirty Water shows up. Treasure and Change showed up for one live. Kind of get a little mad at them on Discord. I can't afford to do $600-700 worth of change in a hunt. Ooh, nasty. So what about little kids getting hold of the coins? They touch it, then they put their fingers in their mouth. Next thing you know, they're sick. That's Denver. No, it's a Philly. Okay. So I get done with these other three rolls. I need to call my mom. My aunt appreciated me going up there and doing what I did at the cemetery. Oh, copper. We had two of these start off with. So tomorrow at lunch, I'm calling Littleton to see if they still had the quarter with the die chip. They actually, Littleton Coin Company was the first ones to find that die chip. And they got credit with that. That's a Blue Ridge gave them kudos for finding that die chip. I thought that was pretty cool. What ain't going on her? Let me go back to Variety Vista. What was that? Ida B. Wells. IB. Nothing from Variety Vista. Let's check. Wexler's. There's a DDO on the date. It's very faint. In the hair, there's an eye. In God we trust. This is it. Okay. Okay, some die scratches on that one. That's 003. Okay, let's see what we got on the obverse. No die markers. Okay, let's go on. Wish I find a proof quarter. It's been a while since I haven't found one since 2 years ago. I found a proof quarter. God we trust. I keep getting Denvers on her. I got very few Phillies. Ooh, that's nasty. Feed up. New York. New York City. I worked with somebody at Domino's. We kind of dated a little bit before the flood of 2016. You know, something. Oh, her name is Robin, and she drives a blue Toyota. I said, "Why don't you get a red car?" She goes, "Why?" So we say Red Robin, and this is a couple weeks ago, and her boyfriend, oh look, we got a die chip on the hat. We got a die chip on the hat. Okay, we'll take that. Ooh, look at the die chip right there on the hand. Nice. There's some die chipping going on. And I said, Red Robin. I said, so we say Red Robin. And he goes, yum. He's having to work tonight. He takes Sundays off. He's having to work tonight because I took off. Nothing in the branches on this one. Do we have the die clash on the cheek? No. This is the design of her clothes. So whatnot, I have a bid of $15 on a 2015 proof set, which I need to finish out the presidential proof coins. Then you get the 2022 proof set and men's set. So I have uncirculated coins of the women's and the proofs of the women. That's going to be the next buy. Okay, here we have a pre-error on the planchet. So it looks like the S is on top. So it looks like there was a gouge inside the planchet. S came up on top, but it looks like it rose up right here. It's spaced out. Because there ain't no way a contact mark is going to happen right there. This is some type of... That's got to be a mint error. I'm keeping that, calling that planchet die gouge. Or planchet gouge. Okay, probably my screen froze up. I'm looking for the doubling on the bottom of the leaves. This is the Joshua tree in the Great Basin. I think they say it's the oldest living tree on Earth right now. It's like several thousand years old. Oh, we got another bicentennial quarter coming up. Is that a contact mark? Where's that one? What I just saw? Okay, that's normal. This one is a die chip. See it here, and then the second one's starting to break off. So we got another die chip on. We got a die chip on the hole now. Yeah, we got another bystander quarter. Second one of the hunt. So Denver, we're looking for the splitting on the back side of the letters. Don't see it. Nope. Just another bystander quarter. Denver. Another bystander quarter. All right, all right. And just think, at one point I had over 300 as a kid. And the videos came out, that went all my quarters. Going to the arcade. We had two malls, two different arcades. One was called Aladdin's Castle, another one was called Spaceport. And now where Spaceport was at is Amazon Fulfillment Center. Nothing. That might be the die chip, but I'm not going to worry about that one. And also, I found the guy that built my computer is starting to shut down his business. So I need to go see him. It was funny. One time I was in there. I was working on my computer, running a little bit late. I actually sold like 2 or 3 computers for him to a lady, so I am getting my computer work done for free. I think with his wife divorcing him, and she took money away from his store. And, you know, he had the business open before he got married. Because she worked there for long enough to qualify as spousal support, whatever. So I think he's tired of it. I think he's going to shut down and reopen out of his house and just do work there. So we're on the last 2 rolls. We're at 1 hour and 49 minutes into this hunt. Tilt it down a little bit more. I just realized it's tilted wrong. Hey, got a third person back in here. Hello, welcome in. I got 7 likes. That's good. Now, I want to know if any new subscribers after I close down the live feed. Nothing. Okay. Probably need to wash my truck. Well, that's nasty looking. I don't find nothing on that. I'm saying there's got to be die clash with the sword coming out. Flip it over. Back Washington's head someplace. That would be an awesome find. I'm going to go see Tim tomorrow. And if I do that, we're going to live hunt a row of 1960D nickels. And on that, we'll be looking for more nickels, full steps, 5 or 6. So we'll see what we come up with tomorrow night. And then we'll probably do some pennies after that. Oh man, I was hoping for a W. Ooh, I got caught one deadliest catch too. Okay, I like short shows. And just something to entertain me other than listening to, watching sci-fi. Okay, this is about it. Somebody got lipstick on their coin or a crayon, one of the two. Not coming off. Maybe dye or something. So I like on Tubi TV, actually how many times I watched the whole Highlanders series. Drama series. Movies on there. Right now, you got a bunch of Star Trek movies on there. Well, I discovered Friday, because I had to go to bed early to get up to go for that show yesterday. Cute movie. Young teens. Holly Hobby on Netflix. So if you got young daughters, granddaughters, the preteens, early teen years, let them watch it. It's kind of fun. Some of it's kind of funny, but it's good. I like comedies more than I do dramas. Except when somebody's trying to be a comedian and he makes, but he's better as a serious actor. And I won't mention the Elf movie. The only line I like in that movie is, just call me Elf one more time. That's the only thing I like about that movie. I think Will Ferrell would do better as in serious roles. Talladega Nights was okay. I could stand that, but Elf, I couldn't stand that movie. I've tried watching it. I just don't like it. The reason I'm saying that is I saw Christmas stuff already out when I was up in Bossier. Actually, it's in the little small town where my mom's from. The Family Dollar Store already had Christmas stuff out. It's like, see, when I was a kid, you didn't see nothing about Christmas till the day after Thanksgiving, or Thanksgiving Day. Macy's Day's Parade, when Santa came in at the end, that was the beginning of Christmas holiday season. Now, like we got one radio station, they start playing music on November 1st. Or the first week in November. Now, I was in Walmart, my local Walmart, and they were discussing how to set up the Christmas display for this year. I can understand the planning of that. Because since the school starts up in 2 weeks here, they're going to start phasing out the school supplies and phasing in Halloween and then Christmas. The cool thing about Halloween, you buy pumpkins, you can set pumpkins out. That's good for Thanksgiving. Like when I deliver pizzas, I can't tell you how many people still have pumpkins out at Thanksgiving. But they paint it up for Easter. Not Easter, for Halloween. Why the heck did I say Easter? One more roll left, and then I gotta go find me some supper. No die chippy. No extra rock right there or up here. No scratches right there where it's flat. Because it's a Denver. Okay. One more roll left. And we're going to call it a night. I don't know what time it is. It's 7:18. Shoot. I'm in Louisiana. In fact, we have a small town that is basically an Italian community. I think it's Kentwood. I live in the deep south. It's hot. You walk outside for 30 seconds, and you might as well go inside and take another shower. But I've camped in this weather for years with the Boy Scouts. So yes, I'm in the deep south. Yes, I've eaten alligator. I've had turtle soup once. Only once. Do love crawfish, shrimp, any fried seafood. Oysters I can eat in gumbo only. Do not eat them raw. Especially from summer, because sometimes those oyster beds get contaminated. When the river gets slow, they don't have enough fresh water flowing down. This Denver probably is. That was a Philly. Hey, you have to find a double die on Fort McKinney. This fort. I don't know what I thought was a double die in this doorway, but it's so worn down. It's hard to tell. Hopefully this week they get my Ryan lawnmower fixed and get it back to me. My belt came off. Yeah, I think The website, thing I've been doing for beehives, I mean, doing called beehives and dye chips. Like, let's see. What about you, Vincent? How's your weather? uh, Regular humidity raises the air, feel like temperature up by about 10 degrees. America's Samoa, another whole quarter for me to get. Also low mintage. I want the double die of her. That's the Philly coin, not the Denver one. South Dakota. So always check the numbers. Philly Mint coins, always check the numbers. So I've been finding die chips in the numbers, mostly on the Utah State quarter. We're getting to the end of this hunt. Said I do work tomorrow morning. I do need to go get food. I need to call my mom back. No, my mom would have came and said, your dad's down, going to the hospital. I would have to kill the show and leave. And please remember my friend Tim Cook over in Georgia. He did his last show until his wife passes away. She is terminal. I found out and told us on whatnot. She has Huntington's disease. There's no cure for it. There's some treatments. The treatments are not coming out fast enough for her. So he's just going to stop. He's an EMT. And he's very upset because his job is to save lives. And the only life he can't save is his wife. Man, I want to drive to Georgia and give that dude a hug. I really, really do. No extra claw on this one. So, I don't know his wife's name. Just pray for Tim Cook. His son's been practicing his racing. Just got a new car up and running. So, he's hoping to get in the race soon so his mom can see him one more time racing. His brother was shot 5 times. I have a challenge coin that he had made up. It says H2K, hard to kill. He's doing death duty now. The dude's a good guy. So prayers for Tim Cook, please, y'all. That is I gave my phone number and said, man, you can call me anytime. I said, text me first. Give me about give me a minute to reply, then I'll call you. Or then you can call me. So I gotta get up and go where it's quiet. So, yeah, Tim Cook, y'all. Please pray for him. Like last year, I saw him a half roll of nickels, war nickels, for $20. And there's about 30 in there. You sell them to him so he can raise money to help pay for his wife's medical bills. He's got a good retirement, but he doesn't have the money to pay for funerals. So he sent off his personal collection off yesterday. He also sold Beanie Babies. I had to leave. I was in tears. I wish I was there to be a good neighbor for him. Yeah, I can't wait either. Football in 5 weeks, 6 weeks. College football pro in 2 weeks, 3 weeks out. Well, that is it, Vincent. IT. His name is Tim Cook, IT. His wife has Huntington's, and she's on hospice. She has anywhere from a month to 6 months left, depending on the progression of that disease. So, he finally told us yesterday on this live stream and whatnot what she has. Brother was almost shot and killed. Got shot 5 times. The 5th bullet was pointing at his head. He moved at the last second, and the bullet went into the shoulders and stopped literally according to Tim, 4 millimeters from his heart. So, if the bullet had not stopped, it would have killed him. If he shot him in the head, it would have been an instant kill. So, he's going through a lot. And I tell him you can call me anytime about anything. I don't care if it's 3 o'clock in the morning. So, pray for Tim Cook, y'all. Well, I need to get off. It's 7:29. Been on here for 2 hours and 8 minutes. We've done 10 rows of quarters, which is not bad. It's 5 rows for every 5 rows was an hour and 4 minutes. So that ain't bad. Not many finds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 finds. Versus, I had 20 something out of the, well, that was 200 quarters though. So until the next time, have a good evening. I appreciate everybody came out. Appreciate the likes. And if anybody subscribed new, thank you for doing that. And y'all have a good evening and have a great week. Good night.